All right.
Are we recording? Yes, we are.
We are doing our first ever test run of the podcast, Hoop Daddy Live.
Hoop Daddy Live, coming at you, not live right now.
Or possibly the Hoop Daddy Show.
The Hoop Daddy Show, yeah.
The Hoop Daddy Hoop Show. What do you think about that? What do you think about that name? I feel like people are going to start really recognizing it as Hoop Daddy Hoop.
Well, no, actually, I actually noticed that, like, Hoop Daddy is, like, when I was on the live with Mac and at one promo, shout out, they were like, Hoop Daddy, like, they were really calling me Hoop Daddy because, like, in the last couple months, I've been, like, really defining it as Hoop Daddy on our page, like hashtagging Hoop Daddy, like right away.
I see.
And so like, even when I was like, yo, my name's Matisse, they're like, no, your name is Hoop Daddy. They're like, you're not Matisse. You're Hoop Daddy. And I was like, because I was trying to like talk about you too. But then of course I was like, Dylan, I was going to say Dylan, but then it's like, they don't even know my name probably because all people see is Hoop Daddy when you're.
Yeah. Fuck me, right? You should.
Yeah, because then it's like, so we're just both the Hoop Daddies, you know?
Yeah, we're Hoop Daddies. I don't know. I think we both are just behind the channel, I guess.
No, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
Two's better than one.
No, but that's what I mean is just like trying to be like, you know, when you have one name, but there's many people behind it, but people only know the name, so they have no, if you're like, yeah, of course, Dylan, you know.
Right.
But they're like, who the fuck? It's just
they just know Hoop Daddy. Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, it's been good, dude.
Yeah, man. You've been putting in the work.
Had our first viral video.
What was so remind me how that went down, because I was like watching and I was like, oh man, this really popped off, and I was like, obviously you've been putting in the work, like uploading TikToks like every day, and I've been kind of like jerking it because I've been busy with like other stuff. But then I was like thinking about that because like I remember that I was like really pushing for this video because we showed up that day and Isaac was supposed to come, and then he didn't, and you're like, we need like 3 people, and I was like, let's just set up the camera, let's like do it. Or is that how you remembered or no?
No, exactly. That was exactly it. We were kind of like, let's just do it,
right?
And
so
put
all
it together.
Credit goes to Dylan.
And lots of credit. Lots of credit. And lots of credit because you actually said like, let's put it in 3 parts.
Oh shit.
And so like when I was doing it, I was like, okay, I'm going to put it in 3 parts, just like Dylan said, because you know, there was like 18 different different check passes that we had. Yeah. So I did that. And I didn't put them in any particular order either. It's not like I picked like the best ones for the first one, because that's the one that went viral.
Right.
It was just literally the first 6 that were
on the
list.
You didn't like
completely arbitrary because they were all great, right? Like it was all whatever. Obviously, probably the first ones we did were just the ones that were at the top of our mind anyways.
Yeah, like the first ones that come to mind. So those are like the most relatable, I
probably
guess.
Anyways, but it's not like I was like... It's not like I like sifted through them and was like, okay, we need to have these ones in the first one because it's going to like go the most viral. So anyways, I was like, had that footage. Yeah. But the problem was that it was kind of dark. There was like this bright light coming from the back. It was quite a long video.
It was like the worst.
It was quite a long video to edit too. So I kept putting it off and being like, whatever. And then... Finally, I saw this other small creator that had quickly interacted with. He's from Vancouver.
Should we shout out?
No. Because he might be mad that I'm like...
really?
Well, no. He can't be mad because we had already filmed it. And everyone has the same ideas anyways, whatever.
Yeah. It's not like that's the most original idea.
No, of course not. We just did it. I'm sure other people have done it. It was just the right timing.
Right timing, and like I think it's more like... It's like... as we do more creations, like it's more about execution. Mm-hmm. There's probably been like 1 million people who've had like a million of the same ideas.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. So this guy did this video. There's like the execution was, it was good because he just did it. And he probably had the idea and did it just like us. And then I was like, okay, great. Like I have that footage. I'm just going to put it together. I spent like an hour editing like all 3 of them. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, finally, and I'm going to put them out, and then it just popped.
So this guy did the exact same thing?
I mean, not the exact same thing, but he was doing like disrespectful check passes, but he didn't call it disrespectful check passes. He called it annoying passes or something, something, whatever.
Slightly rude check passes.
He just didn't pick the right word. Yeah. No, but then I had it there with the music, and I posted it at the right timing that I felt, and
we had come up with that idea, like just me and you talking.
Unbeknownst even months before we even filmed it.
Yeah, unbeknownst to watching that video. It's not like we were just
no. It's not like we were let's copy this. But even if we were let's copy this, it doesn't matter because that's what TikTok is. TikTok is just people copying each other and sort of
trends,
on trends and whatever. And so it just reminded me of it, and that's why you're we did that, and then we never saw it, and then all of a sudden.
What do you mean?
We never saw it. We filmed it a month ago.
Oh yeah.
I never edited it, and then all of a sudden I was okay, let's do it. Did I even tell you I'm editing this video and putting it out?
No. Oh. I think because we had basically our strategy has been get together, film a bunch of stuff, and then we have some stuff in the backlog.
Yeah.
And then you can sift through it when there's time, and then throw it up there. So you'd been throwing up the Traveler Knots or whatever.
Basically, I probably had nothing left for the next day, and we weren't meeting up. So I was I need to go dig for what I have because I want to keep the consistency. And honestly, that's what has pushed me to do that.
Isn't it funny how the one that you think is gonna pop off, the one that you least want to do, is the one that pops off. And it's been like that.
Always like that. Yeah. It's so annoying. But
you're right about to quit.
It was like I've said before, it was a good confidence booster to be okay, we're doing something right here to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think too, after watching the thing with I Am Mac how do you say his Anti One?
You can call him An1. I mean his
What's his real name?
I think it's Anthony.
And I Am Mac is Max.
Yeah, Mac Thompson.
Yeah, and then I think seeing that and hearing, because how did you hop on there? You were just watching them, and then you're let me hop on this or what?
No, basically Max said in the live, he found us through King Handles because we reacted to the video of King Handles, and
that's so crazy.
And he did some of the edits for it, which we commented on. Right. We were the editing is sick in this video because it had those little cartoon things. And so he commented on the video being I edited this, that's so dope, that's awesome. So and then funny. I was looking at him, and King Handles is actually putting him on, reposting his stuff or encouraging him. And I think they had built a relationship. And so I was okay, I want to follow this guy. And this was back, he only had 12,000 followers about a month ago.
Yeah. Okay. I got to give you this.
Why?
Your mic technique, because every time you're holding the mic here, then you're turning to talk.
So
you'll notice it.
But that's exactly why I want
you need
to have
the headphones.
No, so basically it's I'm interacting with him, and then I'm liking his posts. I'm commenting, because I'm trying to build a relationship, and I like the content he was making.
Yeah. That's so awesome because I think we did those videos, and I think we had how many views do we have on there? Even now, 20 views.
On what?
On the reaction to King Hand.
Yeah, nothing, but it was just
one of 20, and you were we really love these fucking edits, blah, blah. He's oh, that's me. Let me look these guys up.
Because he was hyped because his channel was growing and
he's popping off now. Yeah.
Well, popping off, bro. He got he's gotten 10K on Instagram in the last week.
Right.
Literally Instagram, and even he's blown away because he keeps posting on his story what is happening, because he went from 14K to now 24K in a matter of a week, I think, because one of his videos is almost at 1 million on his channel. So Instagram
on YouTube?
On Instagram.
No, on Instagram. Okay.
So Instagram all of a sudden started pushing his content, started putting him on the explore page,
and
all that, and so now that video went crazy, and now he's just getting followers. He's just on that upswing, which is so awesome to see.
He's got awesome content. His content's super funny.
So funny. And
I guess it's just learning the algorithm. And once you get enough baseline, then you can just then Instagram starts pushing you, and then it's you're off to the races,
Yeah.
He's dude, those videos with when someone smokes a layup after you
oh
burn
god, it's
two
so
guys.
Funny. The mistapes.
Yeah, dude. And just that the black and white and then the music, I was oh man, I've felt like that being the one doing the nice pass.
Passing it to me.
Yeah. Or also being the one who smokes the layup. And you just like, it's almost like in my mind, I'm like, that's my bad, bro.
Yeah, you just
You're
hate
just like,
yourself.
But then it's almost funny because like the ones he picks for those, it's like the guy is like not even like he's not even trying to lay it up. He's like
just throws it at
like
the rim.
Throw in. He's like doing like hook shots, and you're just like bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shit kills me.
It's so funny. So it's good to see his channel grow, and it's inspiring. And then I found Anthony, the other guy, through him because they had built a connection, and then
so they don't know each other from like in real life.
Well, now they know each other through social media,
right.
just through social media, and they met like I think only a couple weeks ago because Mac drove to New York to go play with him.
No way.
And they made some content together. So
that's so awesome.
And they've been doing this live weekly. So I've been checking in, and they just knew us through me commenting and saying stuff, and also King Handles sort of putting us on in small ways. Like, you know, he reposted a couple things, so they saw that, and sort of it created a community, and then
that's really nice.
And then all of a sudden, they were like following our stuff, and they were like
enjoying it,
unknown to me, enjoying it, and being like, these guys, you know, something's gonna happen. And so when the TikTok hit, I was meant to go on the live the week before, but I had to go help Caitlin all of a sudden. So then I knew. Then he asked me during the week, "Do you want to come on the live?"
Just over Instagram.
Yeah. He's like, "Do you want to come on the live on Monday?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And so went on, and they had me on, and it was just really great. It was just great to have that support, you know. And I hope that they keep growing and growing, and hopefully we can get there one day too. Yeah.
No, I think we will. I think it was just nice to see, like, I was really surprised at how like positive they were. Mm-hmm. They were like, I was like, because I watched the whole thing, and I was like, oh man, they're like hype on us.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was really nice. It was a humbling experience, and made it like, you know, okay, now we can put in the work and go for it.
Because it's tough too. Like, me and you were starting this out. We're like, you know, trying to figure out a name that like works for us. You know, like, does this work? What's our content gonna be? Like, it's like all those thoughts of like, it's like, you know, we're like these two not OGs, but like idiots, and like, you know, I don't know. OGs, but like
from OG to idiot.
No, but I mean, like, I just mean like, it's like humbling, right? You gotta like, because you're like putting yourself out there, and like how many content creators are trying to pop off, and you're like, all right, like another thing that who like no one's gonna care about, but you have to like almost have that like inner belief that's like, okay, I'm carving something out that's like actually gonna relate to people. And then to get like a little bit of positive feedback, it's like, oh, okay, we're not like totally like clowning out here. Because like, you know, I talk to like my friends like around here who don't play ball, or not like watching like D Friga, these guys in the lab, and don't really know like that super niche community. That like they don't really get it, so they kind of like look at you like side-eyed, like,
what are you doing?
What are you
just
doing,
making
right?
like basketball content.
Like, this is so stupid. Like, get a real job or whatever.
But there's a full community out there, and that's what it comes back to too. Because even when people are like, Matisse, like, why aren't you doing tap dancing, or why aren't you doing your what you're so good at? And I'm like, this is what I'm good at. I'm good at creating. Like, I'm a creator. It doesn't matter if it's on a stage or if it's on a thing. It's I have a creative mind. That's how my brain works. That's how we work. A lot of the time. So it's like, whether we put that energy into like basketball, which is something I also have a passion for and huge interest in, or if it's in a podcast, or if it's in, you know, content creation, it's still me working all those muscles and
getting that fulfillment.
Exactly. And it makes, and I'm having such a fun time doing it too. So,
and for those who don't know, Matisse is a really, really sick tap dancer. He's been tapping since what? How old is he? Like 6 or something?
Like 20 years. But
and then he hip hop for a bit. But yeah, maybe he'll do a little something, some eventually. He's like hell about, but he'll probably.
Dylan always puts me on the spot.
Dude, I'm always hyping. I was like, yeah, he's gonna do some freestyling as well.
He puts on.
We're gonna do like a freestyle Friday when we do this.
Yeah, we'll do a pitching demo with Dylan for.
This is so funny because like I like see you be creative and be really talented at all these things, and I'm like, yeah, you do it. But I'm like, I have no like, my freestyle is like always so bad because we're always like chill and jamming or whatever, and then I'm always like, yeah, let me get you with some bars. I go hard.
Okay, don't don't even go there.
Yeah. So,
he's like, but I could get you some Bitcoin though.
Yeah, real talk. But I do. But actually, no. Since this is a test run, some of that like, with all that Bitcoin stuff, I'd rather like try to keep those like separate. You know what I mean? Because this one I can like clown out on or whatever.
Yeah. And
then if I'm doing Bitcoin business, there's like guys come in and they're like, "Are you professional?" Blah blah. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm super professional." Check me out on HOOPDADDY. Yeah. What's up, bitch? It's like a weird dichotomy, you know?
Yeah. Well, tell me about it with kids. It's like, it's like
that's kind
I'm supposed to be like, at school. It's just so funny for me, like going to pick up Safi at school and seeing all the other parents who are like, older than me, because I'm pretty young compared to them, and they're like lawyers and
how old are you?
This stuff.
And how old are you?
What I'm 25. No,
turning 25.
No, I am 25.
When did you turn 25?
In July.
Shit, so you turned 26 this year.
I'm old now, dude.
No,
I'm respected.
Old head,
I'm respectable
You're
now.
Old head, bro.
I'm respectable now. I've been through a thing or two. No, but.
So why don't we talk about that? So you're
no. So going like I was gonna say, going to school to pick them up, to pick Safi up. I'm like, wearing Air Maxes, like a gray hoodie with my like, my fanny pack and my like colorful socks or something. And like I just feel different from the other parents, and I'm not supposed to be anything. I'm just coming to pick up my daughter that I love, but in the back of my mind I'm like, if only they knew that I'm like going to film a TikTok it feels like for in their mind that's just like the opposite, but that's just my projection onto them too. Who knows what they're
maybe they're a lawyer,
maybe they're
TikTok famous.
But people do it. They do it, dude. Absolutely. Yeah. But so
but yeah, I feel you. It's like
so it's definitely like this like thing where it's like I'm supposed to be a responsible parent, but I'm also like this sort of kid doing this kid stuff, even though it's not kid stuff. This is like real business too.
Dude, people make paper off this.
Oh, absolutely.
Real paper,
but people don't they don't necessarily see that right away.
Which is like, honestly, I think that's more advantage to creators, because as more people get, like even now, like as more people know about it and learn about it, like the market starts to get flooded and like stuff like that, right? But then you got all these like real old heads who are like, you gotta get a degree and become a lawyer or a doctor and this, and I was like, man, some of these YouTube creators, man, they're making 10 times what a fucking doctor makes or like a lawyer makes for like way more enjoyable work.
Exactly. They're not under stress all day, like whatever. I mean, obviously there's your own stresses once you have like a multi-million-dollar
one of my
brand, but
right yeah,
but
one of my buddies, he's graduated law school about a year ago, and he was at a law firm in New York. He just told me, he's like, I just quit. I'm going to like a tech startup now to do something. He just said it was like the grind, the New York law firm grind, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's bring it back though to HOOPDADDY. So you're a dad. So we'll talk about the name, I think, of the original, like how we came up with this name, right?
Sure.
So we kind of got together. We wanted to do this channel. I really like Mark Ribier. The freestyle instrumental rapper singer guy. Yeah. And he is famously known as Loop Daddy.
Right.
Because he sits on the thing and just loops it up.
You just added an H. Called it a day.
Yeah, so he was like, but it's like, honestly, he's like always wearing these robes. He's like so funny, and like just like his vibe is like I used to do improv and stuff, and like that kind of comedy and stuff is right up my alley. Like I love watching it. Yeah. And just the thing, and like the fact that he calls himself Loop Daddy, it's like, it's just hilarious. And then we were hooping lots, balling out, and then I was like, and then I was like, you're a dad, and I was like, what about HOOPDADDY? And then I was like,
a great name.
And then I was thinking like, you don't want to keep it like, I don't know. I guess basketball, like, at least in my community,
don't want to like be too
like exclusive, right? Of like excluding any things, because like obviously there's lots of females and women who play basketball and who fucking could ball on us. Oh, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe we could, hoop mommy too or something.
Hoop person, dude.
Hoop person, yeah, that's true. So like,
no. I mean, I think it's fine to, like, we can use daddy as as a name rather than a
identifier,
like gender specifier or anything. Like
right.
we like, and who cares if people don't like it? No, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't think we're trying to exclude anyone. I think it's just the fact that that's what we are. That's what I am. Like, that and that's not. There's nothing wrong with that. Like,
it's just more
that's
like
what we
identifier versus like I'm using this to exclude.
Yeah, right? No, we can find like
we'll worry about when we pop off.
when people start canceling us.
Yeah. When people actually care about what content we're making.
No, but at this point, I think it's a great name. It's got a great ring to it. It's fun, and we can make it fun. We can choose what it means and what it represents.
Eventually, dude, we're gonna collaborate with Mark Ribier, the Hoop times Loop Daddies, dude. That would be oh my god, that'd be a dream come true.
Well, you know what? Put it out there.
Yeah, put it in the universe.
Absolutely.
So we've been done 21 minutes.
That's good, dude.
I don't know, man. This is like pretty chill, pretty easy.
Pretty great, flowing. Dude. We just have to talk about whatever and then talk about it,
Yeah. So I don't know.
Pretty fulfilling. I found it, Mom. I did it. I made it.
I probably should turn that off for next time. This would be like
unprofessional.
That's not bad.
That's
fun.
Funny.
That's fun. That's the live aspect of it, And then we can be like,
no, but this is live. But this is live too. Like if we wanted to upload something like this, it doesn't. We don't have to do any editing or nothing. You just put up what happened live in the moment. But obviously, it's fun to have like a live show and
it's fun to have a live show.
To put it
people
after
comment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you can read the comments and be like, yo, they'll be like, yo, have you heard about anti-Semitic guy getting traded? And then we'll be like, oh, this guy's talking about this. Or we could even have like live callers come in or whatever. Eventually.
Yeah. Okay, let's just talk about that quickly.
Okay. So explain to me. So I heard
basically, what did you? I
heard the original. Like I saw the stream, and when he called the person the word.
Don't say it.
Of course not. And then I thought it was pretty like. I thought it was like, I don't know, maybe funny isn't the right word, but it was pretty like, it was like comical to me in how like casually he was just like playing this game. And
it's not funny.
It was like
the whole thing was like
weird. I was like, he's just like, yeah, you fucking did. And
he was like looking for a word, and that's just what popped up in his mind.
What a deep word to use.
Yeah, and like no one. That's not like a common. I don't even think I've even heard that word before. But
you run in the best of circles.
Look, I'm privileged, but like
no, that's not what I meant. Like,
what do you mean?
I just meant like I haven't even heard that word. We only slander like these. No, whatever. Okay. Wish we were live. We could cut that one out. Yeah. No. Anyways, keep going.
No, but that's the funny part of it. But no, so he's like doing the live, gets this thing, and I think he gets like a message from his wife being like,
"Yo, what did
you messed up. Like your managers are calling right now. Get off the live." And then he like gets off the live.
So he didn't even realize.
No, I don't think he realized until she was like, you said the wrong thing. And then like basically it unraveled from there where like Twitter, everything went crazy. It's all like Myers Leonard says this word and on a live Twitch stream. So there's no going back. Yeah. And then like he was basically suspended from the NBA, suspended from his team, everything, the Miami Heat. His wife's TikTok was actually blowing up because she was doing all this like wife of an NBA player kind of content.
Right.
And then he gets basically they're like, we're going to trade you. And he gets traded to Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma was like, we don't like Jews here. Come on down. They're fine with us.
They're like, yeah, don't worry, you'll fit right in. Like, oh my God, Middle America. No hate there, but crazy. It was just like, oh my God, like you made the biggest mistake, and now like you're moving from your nice Miami house.
Miami's nice, dude. Florida tax rate too.
Going to Oklahoma, which I don't know, maybe is a great city, but. Compared to Miami, and the wife is probably like, all of a sudden you just make one mistake and, your whole life is flipped up. And I mean, you know,
like,
he should have. When you're in that light, you gotta be careful.
Watch your mouth. No, but so the video. Like, did you watch the video?
Yeah.
It was weird. Like, he dropped it, and then it was almost like he was like, "Oh, I just said that," but then he kind of like it was almost like he had like a little brain thing. It was
but
like,
what was he gonna do? He's gonna keep going. He's not gonna address it.
He'd be like, maybe he should have.
Maybe he should have been like, I shouldn't have. Yeah, if he said it right away, I would have been like, oh, okay. But
that's on me. But I don't know. And then so I was watching too.
That's just a big mistake.
Julian Edelman, famous Jewish NFL football player of the New England Patriots.
Right. He was like, come and I'll bring you to Shabbat dinner and
show you how we live.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then we'll see what you say to my face, because actually Myers Leonard's pretty big too, but Julian's like tough, scrappy dude.
Yeah, I mean, Myers Leonard's not gonna like.
He's not scrapping no one, but he's like 6'7" or something.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah. Maybe that wouldn't work out in his favor. But then okay, wait, go ahead.
Miami got Trevor Ariza out of the trade, who's a good player. Yeah, it's better than Myers Leonard.
Did they trade picks for it too?
Second round pick.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And then so, who's the other guy? Julian Edelman. And then so I was watching First Take. Do you ever watch First Take with Max Kellerman and Stephen A? And they talked about it, and I thought Kellerman, who actually is Jewish and had a rap career. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
It's really good. He's actually like not bad either. Like, pretty good.
Okay.
No, I'm serious, dude. I'm not even joking. Yeah, it's really funny. I was like, no way this guy had a rap career. And he is Jewish, and he gave an interesting take on it too. Kind of like he wasn't like about canceling. He's like, yeah, it's a stupid thing to say. Should he like end his career over it? No. Should he take some time to like do some learning? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
I agree.
He's like, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm gonna butcher what he said exactly, but it was like, you know, there's been worse things done to the Jewish community.
Oh, for sure. And so, it was a stupid mistake out of ignorance, and he should never let it happen again, and he should learn. But I think canceling people is just like not, you know, depending on the circumstances, but it's not going to help anything. You know, you want people to change and learn so that they, you know, teach the next better, right? You know, and so, but it was just a crazy whirlwind, crazy. and then there was this, and then like a few days ago,
upside down.
Yeah, okay. Sick references, dude.
Prince of Bel-Air for all you.
And and then. So there's this like, I think basketball, like one, it's like a Instagram channel, like reposted one of the wife's videos like on Instagram like a couple days ago, like after all this has happened, and everyone in the comment section was like, this is the wrong wife to be putting on right now, man.
Why?
Like
why?
Because
she didn't say the thing.
I know, I agree, but it's like just bad timing.
Yeah.
Bad timing. Like sure. It's just bad timing to like.
But she didn't do nothing unless there's a video coming up of them talking in the kitchen, just talking.
No, I agree. But like, it's sensitive time. I was just like, it was just, I don't know. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's just funny, and like everyone's like, no.
Yeah. People love to know to let you know that you are wrong.
Oh yeah. Well, especially in the comment section.
Yeah. Let us know in the comment section.
Yeah. What did we say wrong?
Have you finished? Let's wrap that little one up. Have you finished Last Chance U?
No, I have not finished.
Where are you at?
I'm like halfway through, I think.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do another. That's all I had. Where are you at? Where'd you get to?
I don't know. That was like a week ago, so I don't even remember now. But
it was so good just a week ago.
Yeah, about a week ago. But it was like they just like won that game against like the bad team or something.
Oh, I see. Okay, what do you think of the coach?
It seems like he's putting it on for the camera, but right. I feel like he's like that, but like the camera's like,
he's like bringing it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like
I'll give you something to film.
Oh yeah, like well, even all the players were like, I've never seen him do something like that. Yeah. Like, you know, but
he's showing out.
Yeah, I mean, it's entertaining. That's why was like big on Netflix. But I think you know, for that type of situation and that type of, you know, you need to have someone who's
there. He's gonna push you.
Who's gonna push you? I mean,
really liked Joe Thompson. I mean, they did, like, obviously it's a doc, and they had to make him like, Joe's this like huge problem child, blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
like, and then he's like, oh my god, he's like at a Div 1 school again, like, if, you know, that journey. It's like a nice journey to have. So they probably played him up a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
But like, he just seemed dope. Could hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, really enjoyed him.
Sheesh. Bless your
Cut that
soul.
out. My God, what are we gonna do? This is live.
Well, you just do it. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'll be like, yo, you talk for a second.
And even this, you can just leave it all in too.
Yeah. So what else? What else is new, man?
But I was gonna say the point guard dude. I like him.
Yeah, he was good.
I like his story, and I like his girlfriend who was like taking care of him, and it was like kind of, you know, a nice little love story. It was,
yeah. And it was so funny. What got me, there was like this one thing. There's like, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's not that big of a thing. But he was like cussing out everyone, and like, he doesn't swear, right? Because he's super Christian, and he was like, you guys got me out there playing ball. You guys acting like a bunch of little mugs out there. And then like all the players are like, mugs? He's trying to call that guy like little out there. It's like, why did you just say it? And he's being so weird. And he's like, and I was like, and then and then since that clip got aired, I was like watching. I was like, yeah, he always uses like these weird like mugs.
Yeah.
Or like little like
something like
or whatever.
Something that's PC.
But it's like so strange, dude. But it just killed me. I was like,
yeah.
But then like a couple of times when he got real mad, he was like, he let it loose.
Yeah. But you know, I don't know what else, dude. How's life?
Sick, dude. This is quality entertainment. Let's just have some dead air.
Well, that's why I was saying we need like a little list of things that that we can just like that we can just like go to if there is dead air and be like, oh, this thing happened this week, and then it can spark like a different conversation. Okay, so what do you got for me then?
I was just seeing if you had something, you know. Because I always got something on the go. I was just trying to.
You're trying to test me.
I was seeing how your conversational skills are. No, I'm just playing with you.
Yeah, my it's just talk about like kids stuff or something.
Right, that's all your life.
Yeah.
You know what I've been trying to work on lately?
What?
Is jumping.
Yeah. So same with my 2-year-old.
There's one of those
3-year-old.
Those baby jumpers.
Jolly jumper. No, she's past that, but now.
You got 2 more, man.
So that's good, dude. You need to work on your like.
Say be nice.
No, like, you know, like the knees over toes stuff, like that kind of stuff, strengthening, and then working on jumping. Yeah. So
here's what I was thinking, because I have oh man, so I was watching some.
Let's not even talk about what I need to work on.
No. I was watching some IMAC videos, and he was talking on the live stream with Anthony, and he's like, "There's a video the other day. I blocked this guy."
Oh yeah, and he felt like he felt like he got up really high.
And he's like, I watched the video. I was like, man, I got no lift. And in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, that's like me, bro. I was like credit card vert.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But so I was thinking about that, and like thinking about lift and like jumping and stuff, and like all these people are like, yeah, do squats, do this, do that, or whatever. And it's not like my legs are weak necessarily.
Yeah.
I think. So then I was watching some videos on jumping and stuff, and one of the things that people like always recommend is like you just need to like practice the mind muscle connection of jumping, because it's like a skill, like the way that you learn how to like shoot fluidly. Yeah, I think you can also develop
maximize your like
the way your neurons
technique,
connect. Your technique. So I've been doing that one that I was doing with like the jumping up on the touching the ball to the backboard.
Yeah.
And like honestly, man, I can't get like 10 jumps in without being like I am gassed out right now, because my body is so not used to this like explosive jump. Yeah. So, and I mean, I also like don't want to go in there and like do a bunch of squats and like can't walk for 4 days. I don't think that's the most use of my time. People might be like, you know, you can let us know, be like, oh, this is it, this is the way, you know, get in my jumping program, whatever. Doing some knees over toes, guys. But I think I just need to practice like the skill of it a bit. and then maybe I can dunk.
Well, listen, I'm like closer to dunking than you are, and I still have to like work on it. So you can absolutely do it.
Yeah.
It takes commitment. Same like with anything. Like, and I've seen those guys on YouTube. Like, there's some YouTubers where you see their journey, and now, do you know Isaiah Rivera or something? He's like coming out as trying to be like the best dunker in the world. And I remember watching his videos like a year ago of him being like, this is how I got my vert from, 25 inches to 33 inches, and from 33 to 37 to 40 plus or whatever.
What if your vert's like 6 inches?
Well, then you go from 6 to 10 and then, you start somewhere. Yeah, but like now he's like, he goes out with Ball Is Life and all these like things to go get content, and he's like definitely one of the top dunkers in the world. Right. And it's like, if you have, but he worked on it every single day, and that was like his dedication. And it always comes down to that. Even like with me with, shooting and this and that, it's like, yeah, I could become a better shooter if I shot 500 shots a day and that's all I thought about, like.
For sure.
But.
Okay, here, I'm so stupid, dude. I feel everything you're saying. But
you're so stupid about some calculation you just did? What did you do?
so I figured out what 10 feet was in inches, right? It's 120 inches.
Yeah.
10 times 12 inches. And then I figured out my height, 6'1" times 12. So I'm 6, right? But that's 73 inches.
Yeah.
But then I forgot to calculate. So I was like, I need to increase my vert to 47 inches.
No.
Forgetting.
Because you have your
arm. And then I have an arm.
Yeah. to get your forehead up there, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, right. I'm imagining me jumping in like my head.
Dude, 47-inch vertical is like, that's like virtually impossible.
That's like world-class athlete. So how long do you think my arm is? Just give me a rough. 30 inches? 20 inches.
Yeah, 20 inches.
20 inches.
From your head.
So I need to get my vert to 27 inches.
To be able to dunk?
To be able to get my hand
to the rim.
So I can already kind of grab rim on a good day. So I only need like 6 to 12 inches to get up and just scoop it up in there.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. So this is why.
Well, let's work on it together.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to dunk. Like after seeing. Then
you don't have to worry about your jump shot. Just go in there. Just dunk on kids.
But yeah, fuck. But yeah, like.
What was that? Yeah.
Brutal.
But no, so because and there's nothing worse too than like you just like burn a guy and pick up, and then it's like that clear like Michael Jordan like 1-2 hop, and you're like, oh man, I could do it if I could dunk, and then you go like that, and then you have to do like a kind of shitty floater, or shitty finger roll that hits the back rim and bounces out.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I wish I could just lay it down on this guy.
Well, I wish like Isaac would just lay it down on some guys sometimes, because like he can get up there, but the problem is that it's different when you're in game and like you haven't practiced that. Like it's like a different mentality than when you're like, I'm gonna stand here and do my run up to the rim and dunk, And I think that's where the knees over the toes and the explosive training comes in, is when you're like, I need to take one step, dribble, gather, boom, bap, it's like there's no setup, there's no like starting from the 3-point line,
running up. I guess that's true. Like
you have to have the confidence to just go up there,
I think you have to have the confidence and the lift to be like, I can take 2 steps and explode off of this ground,
right? Which
I definitely do not have.
No, I can get close up there, like and coming in for a rebound or whatever, like I can come and be like at the top of the rebound thing because I can get those hops, but then it's like getting back up there to put the basket in or whatever. So no it's momentum, yeah. No, that's tough. Because like you see those guys just catch it, come down, go back, and just pocket put it down
on their head.
Oh my god,
that's true.
That's the dream. But also when you're 6'5", like 6'8", like that's just way more manageable. When you're 6'1" and like 200 pounds, it's like to get up there is just like
it's hard. It's hard. I don't really know I really don't know many people who can dunk and like consistently, but I don't roll in the best of the hooper circles. Yeah. But yeah, I think we could do it. That'd be fun. It'd be a fun little journey to go on.
Yeah.
Together.
By the end of the summer.
Or
by the beginning of the summer.
What do we talk about now? Your turn.
Well, we can talk about shooting.
Okay, word.
Because like that's what I've been thinking about lately.
Oh, like your turn now, bitch. You're like, fuck you, dude. Don't give me this podcast. Sorry, that's shooting. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
No, but like shooting, like noticing, being like, okay, obviously something's wrong with my shot. I want to fix it. Do I start from the beginning or do I work with what I've got? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because
you've developed these
watching
patterns.
The NBA, you see that like there's all types of shooting forms. Like all of these guys, like
LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, I know. And
Joakim Noah.
All these guys have different shooting forms that are weird, but they've worked them so much that they're consistent, O'Neal. Right? Yeah, not much of a shooter, but like,
yeah,
the so it makes you think like, okay, should I just like work with what I got, even though it's not perfect. It's not working for me great right now. I mean, it's getting better just because I'm putting I've been playing more, but like. Even watching Lethal Shooter, every time I watch Lethal Shooter, I'm like,
his form's a little, yeah.
His form is like he brings the ball up and then it's like up and then out. Like he finishes like pure, but he comes up and like it's kind of with his elbow out and then it comes out.
And he comes.
It's like so consistent.
Too. Yeah, I think maybe it's a balance. Yeah, I know that I am I'm like kind of get that perfectionist where it's like if I'm not doing it perfectly technically, then I'm like there's no point at all because I'm gonna miss like 1% of my jumpers. But then I'm doing all this shit and then I can't hit any. I shoot like 20%. So I was like, what's even the point?
Right. Like
you have to
like you mean like because you're not getting the space to get off your shot, or you're not.
No,
what do
like
you mean?
I'm thinking about form and technique and being like, okay, bring my elbow here.
Right.
Perfect thing. Get enough arc. Blah blah blah. And then I hit like back rim, or instead of just being like flowing with it.
Right.
Maybe
it
doesn't arc as much, but it's got like. It's like more pure.
And then I watched Klay Thompson's shot. He put
like,
he put like 12 in a row, and it's his Achilles still messed up, so he's just doing like corner 3-pointers with no jump.
Yeah.
And you see it all in his hips. It's like his hip coming down, and then
it's just pure.
He's just like as soon as his elbow gets here, it's just like boom, 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 and he doesn't even like. He kind of goes like this. He doesn't even like
hold it up.
He can hold it up, but like mostly it's just like this, and it's just such a pure shot. It comes from his hips and goes out, and I'm like,
I want that,
and I know when I practice that, it's not nice right now. That's what I'm saying. It's like if I restart from the beginning, I have to like really commit to something, and then unlearning the muscle memory that I already have in games is the hardest part because I can do those shots as many as I want before, but until the muscle memory kicks in and I'm in game getting that form, then I don't, it's so hard for me to see the other side of it because at this point I'm like in game, I just do my like lousy shot. It goes in, sometimes doesn't.
But do you have specific cues you work on when you warm up and stuff? Like, a system, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to hit this position every time. And then it's good even like you don't shoot, but you just practice getting in. So like you practice.
Yeah, I do it at home like all day long and like always thinking about it, always thinking about, what it feels like, and pushing out and whatever. And I just need to get used to it. But
yeah. And I guess now it's transferring that into game situations.
Right.
And then being like, okay, I got space for a pull up here. Pull up, off the dribble.
And that's what I'm saying is that I don't think I'm shooting enough outside of games for it to translate into games. Because we always go shoot for 20 minutes and then we play for like 3 hours. Do you know what I mean? Like I need to go to a gym with someone passing me the ball and put up 200, 300 shots.
Right.
Consistently to get anywhere with it.
Right.
So it's like this weird middle place, but I want to, and maybe it'll just fall into place. Maybe one day I'll just figure it out. Watching myself on tape though is so good to like see what I do wrong and see what
you gotta. I think that's like actually
just taking my time. I just need to like take my time more and like find my spots, use my pump fake, take my time on the hezzies and my handles and not try and rush it and not try and rush to get to the basket.
Yeah.
And use those strong pump fakes. And yeah, so.
Strong pump fake 101.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think since we started recording ourselves, I think that's actually one of the accelerators to growth and improving your game. Is watching yourself, because the camera does not lie.
No, yeah.
It is the most honest critique. Like we were saying, like, you know, Mac or me, I'm like, I feel like I got lift, and I look and I'm like literally jumping this high off the ground, like literally this high, and I'm like, yo, I got up there, and it's like, no, you didn't. Camera don't lie. Or you're like the guy, dude. That's so funny. But on our first TikToks, when the guy was like, "Are you guys playing in quicksand?" when we had a video of me crossing someone, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that is a really slow cross." And I was like, "It's kind of been working," but I was like, "Yeah, I gotta pound that ball in the cross." So, but I'd never, like, in my mind, I'm like going pretty fast.
Yeah.
And then you watch the video and you're like, "Dude, it looks like you're playing in quicksand."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that feels bad, but acknowledging it allows you to fix it and like push yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, and so here's what I was gonna say. So I had a guy on my high school basketball team, and he loves basketball. Really good player. He was a really good practice player, but always could never turn it up in games. We played pickup, and he would just ball out on us, and then like put up like 2 points in a game. And we're always like, what's happening? But anyway, so he is right-handed, and he was dribbling with his right hand. And he had like the ugliest jumper with his right hand. So he decided one year, he was just like, I'm just going to learn how to shoot with my left hand. I'm just restarting. Game over. So he had these two moves. He had this like nice left-handed kind of awkward jumper, but like it worked. It was like pretty cash. And then he could get like these right-handed floaters that would just like, you know, he gets in the lane, he just like floats it up with his right hand, and defenders like didn't know how to guard him, like, because he'd be pulling up with his left, and then he'd just be floating this like Tim Duncan like shot. Yeah. So maybe that could be fun, and maybe if you video it, it could be fun content too.
You're saying for me to add the floater into my game?
No, to shoot with your left hand. Be like, I don't like. I don't like my right-handed jump shot. I'm going to shoot.
Well, and that's what I was thinking the other day. It was like, I know that I have no shooting memory in my left hand, so obviously I could start learning from scratch on my left hand. Do you know what I mean?
That could be fun. And like, I went out with Marco because he bought that Curry master class. Yeah. And he showed me some stuff, and it really, really helped. And it was just like a couple cues. Like, honestly, it was just going from being 90 degrees, which is what a lot of coach teaches, to just being like this when you shoot the ball. Like, you find this pocket. Right. And this, for whatever reason, this like 5 inches of here, you get so much more distance on your ball. Like, before I would shoot from here, and I was like, I can't push it. Like, I can't get the ball to the hoop. And it's not like I'm a super weak guy or anything. But just bringing it back, and I was just like, whew, I can shoot like half court. Yeah. Like, with like, I'm shooting. I'm not like heaving it, you know? Mm-hmm. So just like something like little cues like that. I don't know. Yeah. That could be a cool journey of your left-hand shot. And that would be so wild. You just like dominate, switch to your cross.
Then I'll have a mediocre left and a mediocre right.
No, dude, you got to develop it too. It's a superb lefty. I don't know. But.
Well, definitely need to like, if I don't develop anything on my left hand, then it's going to be bad. Because I keep going to my right hand out of like necessity when I'm going on the left side. Right. I just, every time I think about playing king handles, my heart starts beating. I'm like, the footage is going to be just funny and bad at the same time. Yeah.
He's been putting up a lot of content lately, especially of hooping and with Vancouver ballers.
Oh, a lot. He puts out like a video a day on YouTube. Yeah. That's crazy.
So, yeah, we definitely got to get
tons of content on Instagram. But he's doing it it's a lot of old footage.
Is it? Oh, okay. It seemed like it was
from
new.
The vault.
Right.
From what I gather.
Right. But yeah, no, I was watching him with that, and I was like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, my ankles are about to be snatched.
Big time.
But it'll be fun. He's a nice guy, I've heard.
Oh, I'm excited
I'm excited to get dominated, you know?
Oh, of course. The way that came out. But, no, for sure. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be some good content.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it's really nice, too.
And hopefully we can play with him more often, you know?
I think so too. And like, I would like, you know, obviously, I mean, first of all, I think like I really appreciate how much, like, we were just starting our YouTube thing, we went to the Oval, and King Handel was there balling out on some people. And he was just like, hey, man, you guys YouTubers? We're like, yeah, we're kind of figuring it out. And he's like, yeah, man, let me know. Let's shoot a video sometime. Let's, like, collaborate.
It was super
nice. And we were, like, literally had, like, 1 subscriber, like, just total, like...
Yeah, nothing. We didn't even have an account, Instagram or anything. Nothing, yeah.
So, for him to... And then, then we kind of come up and we're starting to do it and stuff. And him to, like, repost us and be so positive and even want to collaborate is really nice. So, I hope that we can pay it forward too, because something that so he's obviously popped off, and there's like not a big amount of Vancouver, like there's not a big community out here. It's like King Handles, right? Yeah. And something that and then we watched that Vice documentary on him to kind of like see more of his story, and something that like, cause I like all his like street ball beef and like his handles and like all this stuff is like super sick, but as we get to go, because we're more of that comedy route, more lifestyle, it would be cool to see like us more collaborating with him and like get to know King Handles like as a person, the way that like D Freaka does it too, because he's always like, we're out
interview
here.
Before,
we're gonna ball out, like this is what I'm about like motivation and like achieving things and stuff. So I think it would be cool to see King Handles kind of expand his, because he's already got a huge following, his following into that. Like, let's get to know him. And I think that'll help. Like, that'll probably blow up too. Like, the way that, like, I Am Mac is blowing up now. Because he's got those kind of funny videos, but then you kind of, like, get to know him as a person. He's, like, kind of, he's a funny guy too. And, like, super, whatever, got his charisma. Yeah. So, King Handles, like, I honestly don't see that much of his personality. Yeah. So, that's, like, whatever, big dreams.
Yeah, but he lets it show in his moves, and that's what he does. And so, I think he's probably not concerned with that, but I get what you're saying. It is a different way to expand your content and all that, but we can definitely do that with ourselves and then with interviews and with stuff. We put some people on in different ways, and I mean, at this point, anything to do with King Handles, we're just lucky to
thank the Lord
be like thought of or like cared about. Yeah. Let alone like we probably just are like way in over our heads to begin with, but whatever. It's just like you gotta just do it to do it, So.
You just gotta keep going. Yeah. And then too, like, I don't know, if COVID comes out, it'd be dope. So it'd be cool to have like, Anthony, I Am Mac, or dude, you know what'd be dope? We went out to New York to film
hell yeah.
Because I love New York. But where's I Am Mac at?
Yeah, he's in Massachusetts, so outside of Boston.
Nice. So yeah, maybe we go to East Coast trip, or they can come out to the West Coast.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, Mac's been talking about. Obviously, right now it's really hard. But eventually he'll want to come out here, and because he's pretty tight with King Handles. So
yeah, how do they know each other?
I think just through social media.
That's dope. Yeah. And I guess he started getting him to edit his videos, right?
Right. I guess there was something there too.
Yeah, man. Editing.
Yeah.
Editing. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. But that's at this point, editing, like, we just do what we need to do, and then we can create the content, and eventually it'll grow. And yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. All right, man.
So
we ended here. 25 minutes.
Do you want to see it? Yeah, we can.
So there's 30. We done 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you got anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's a really good test, and hopefully, I don't know if anyone sees this or not, but
are we gonna put this one up?
I don't know, but maybe. We don't have to. We don't have to.
We can see.
We can just see what it looks like, and if anyone sees this, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. This was actually meant to be a test.
It's just a test, and we'll see if like we want to change it completely, or we just want to do live, or we want to do recorded, or whatever. So if you're seeing this, then like and subscribe and comment what you think, and let us know what you think of the format and what you want to hear about, and we'll just keep having these conversations and see what happens, and then
add some segments. Let us know what you kind of think.
Yeah, for sure. I think an hour is a good amount of time, and then upload it. We have to just figure out where and how to upload it, and
all the other shit. This is dope though, because we came here like a couple months ago, and we're like, we got to do a podcast by March 15th, I think
I was like, let's do a pod. Well, that's at this point here, but we've been talking about a podcast since like the beginning of the summer.
Right, but what do we give our I'm looking at our one video a week by the end of the year. RIP to that goal. One weekly podcast video a week by the end of the year. First podcasted, uploaded by April 1st.
By the end of the year, like having that. So that's
like getting. I see, like getting the system. But we're doing that.
Yeah, so we could. I mean, April 1st, we could have 3 by then.
My G. So we're doing it. We're doing it.
Absolutely.
That's nice. It's nice to set a goal and achieve it. Just ignore this one right here. 2 YouTube vlogs by March 16th. It's March 19th.
Yay. No, but actually, I have a vlog done and
which one?
Done and done. I can show it to you.
Shit, dude. Yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah, right. Mister is so busy over there.
I need to make more time for it. I do. That's not me.
Well, that's fine, dude.
But yeah, but
you'll get it. You'll get it.
It's hard. I got that. Yeah. I should have been filming. I should have been filming when Nico and the other guy were bawling out. They were about to slow down. We'll talk about it next podcast.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay.
All right. Peace out. Thanks for watching.
Daddy out.
Hoop Daddy.
Peace.
Out.